Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, it's gonna be a little different. I'm just gonna talk you through my favorite movies. So the movies that I'm going to be mentioning to you about in this video are all my favorites. Those movies are my love, my babies, I don't know, I don't get tired of watching all of them again and again and again. So if I'm going to recommend you movies, this is going to be it. So for this movie's recommendation, I'm going to be separating them into categories. And the first category is comedy. Which is comedy. I only have one movie that I can watch anytime I want, which is Tag. So I'm gonna read the synopsis here. So it's a small group of former classmates organize an elaborate annual game of tag that requires some to travel all over the country. This movie is so funny. It's based on a true story, and they're all adults and playing the game of tag, and it involves someone's wedding and best friend and friendship and romance and all of that. And I don't know, it makes my heart laugh so much. What I love about this movie, aside from the storyline and everything, is the actors. Oh my god. It has Jeremy Renner, Ed Helms, Jake Johnson, oh my god, Jake Johnson from New Girl, and then John Hamm and Isla Fisher. I mean, wow. It's just, I would recommend this movie to everyone. For the next category is romance. I love a romance movie. There's just something about watching romance. There's something about watching romance movies that just melts my heart. I know sometimes when I watch it, I'm like, ugh, I want that guy, you know, from the movie. But I'm just a fan of chick flick. I know it's kind of cliche, but so there's gonna be a couple of movies from this genre. The first one is A Walk to Remember. I mean, you should stop right now and watch this movie. It is so good. I think this is maybe one of my favorites. No, not one of my favorite, but my most favorite romance movies. It's the story of two North Carolina teens, Landon Carter and Jamie Sullivan, who are thrown together after Landon gets in trouble and is made to do a community service. So it's about bad boy meets a girl. I know it's kind of typical, but the way they describe it, they move into the storyline, to the climax, to the ending. Wow, it's a classic. You're gonna be shocked about the actors, which are Mandy Moore, who played Rapunzel, and Shane West. So that's the boy and the girl in the story. If you haven't watched it, this is very, 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 it will change your life. So the next movie is Pride and Prejudice from 2005. The one with Keira Knightley and Matthew McFadden. This movie, I don't know how many times I watched it, but probably like 10 already. Okay, I'm just gonna read the synopsis first. So sparks fly when spirited Elizabeth Bennet meets single, rich, and proud Mr. Darcy. But Mr. Darcy reluctantly finds himself falling in love with a woman beneath his class. Can each overcome their own pride and prejudice? This movie just... oh my god. I can't describe it. I can't really describe how I feel about this movie, but it's a long movie. There's something about it. It's so romantic. It plays with your emotion. It's so realistic for me. Maybe not that realistic, but at that time of the story, I feel like it's kind of realistic and somewhat driving them both insane. I don't know, you just have to watch it. Our next movie is Dear John. It is a romantic drama about a soldier who falls for a conservative college student while he's home on leave. It's kind of about, I mean, all of them is about a boy meets a girl or a girl meets a boy, but this movie specifically just takes you away. So the guy, I haven't told you who plays it. So the actors are Channing Tatum and Amanda Seyfried. Oh my god. So the guy wants to join the army. How the guy and the girl maintain their relationship is by writing each other a letter, and it's a long distance relationship. When I watch this, I just feel like I want him, you know? I want a guy just like that, and it melts your heart so much. I love this movie. I can watch this a bunch of times and just get so emotional, so heartbroken yet happy at the same time. I don't know. It's a really good movie. The next movie is The Proposal. So it's a very popular movie. Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds play this movie. So it's about a pushy boss forces her young assistant to marry her in order to keep her visa status in the United States and avoid deportation to Canada. It's a very, very funny movie. This movie is a romantic comedy. It's very funny. It's a classic. It's just, so the boss, which is Sandra Bullock, wants to marry her assistant, which is Ryan Reynolds, because one of the way for you not to be deported is to get married. This movie just describe how a relationship with your boss and assistant can turn into something more. Can turn into love and happiness and all of that stuff, but in a very funny way. So if you're kind of want something light, something to laugh about, this is the perfect movie. So the next movie is Crazy Stupid Love. The synopsis is: a middle-aged husband's life changes dramatically when his wife asks him for divorce. He seeks to rediscover his manhood with the help of a newfound friend, Jacob, learning to pick up girls at bars. So it's a very funny, it's a very funny movie. The actors who play this movie are Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Julianne Moore, and Emma Stone. Even my brothers love this movie. So this is about, like the synopsis said, but there's just a lot of plot twists, a lot of connecting and new stuff. The way this movie tells the story, how they play with their emotions, and how they, I don't know, I love the ending. It's just, there's so much plot twist and you'll be like, holy shit, you know. And then the next category is thriller / fantasy. I guess it's more of a thriller, fantasy, crime, something. So I'm just gonna get right into it. So the first movie is Stardust. It's a movie about, let me just read the synopsis first. In a countryside town bordering on a magical land, a young man makes a promise to his beloved, and he'll retrieve a fallen star by venturing into the magical realm. The actors who played this movie are Charlie Cox and Claire Danes. So my friend Jovita recommended this movie, and it is my best decision to watch this movie. Now there are separate border between reality, I guess, I mean like us in our life right here, with a magical realm. So this young man, this guy, travels to the magical realm who no one has ever been to retrieve a fallen star, and between his journey to the magical realm and back is so adventurous, so good, so oh my heart, it's just so fun, so adventurous, so romantic, so crazy, and it has a lot of plot twists, and that's what I love about this movie. There's just something different and unique, and it's gonna blow your mind. That's just how I'm gonna describe it. The next movie is Ocean's 8. I don't know, this is kind of about thriller crime. Yeah, this is about like a comedy action crime thriller genre. So it's about Debbie Ocean gathers all-female crew to attempt an impossible heist at New York City's yearly Met Gala. So the actors who played this movie are Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, and there's also Rihanna. So what I love about this movie is they're all women. They are a criminal, but in a way, the way the movie describes it, it's so cool, so smart, and how they plan their crime, their action in the Met Gala is so mind-blowing. And it's just a woman empowerment movie, I feel like. And this movie is just so funny, so intense, so smart. I want to say that a lot about this movie. It's just so smart. There's something about this movie that I haven't seen before, or maybe I have, but how they tell this story is so good. Okay, so the next category of genre is family oriented. These movies are from my childhood, who I still love watching it all over again till this day. So let's just start. So the first movie is Wild Child. Oh my god. So this movie is about a rebellious Malibu princess is shipped off to a strict English boarding school by her father. What I love about this movie is how the main character, which is Emma Roberts, who is so rebellious that her dad sent her to a boarding school in England, where she meets her true friends and how she can really relate to them and find her inner spirit rather than back home, which is in United States. This movie is just so original, so funny, so I've watched this a million times. Until this day, I can still watch this video again and again. So the next movie is Blended. So this movie is so funny. It's just ridiculously funny. It's about, this is the synopsis. After a bad blind date, a man and a woman find themselves stuck together at a resort for families where their attraction grows as their respective kids benefit from the burgeoning relationship. The actors who played this movie are Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. I love them. You know it's a comedy movie if there is Adam Sandler. This movie takes place in Africa. It just makes me want to go there. It makes me miss the heat, the adventure, you know, the travel. So if you want something funny, something you want to watch with your brothers and sisters or your family, this is something you will want to watch. Okay, so let's go to the next movie, which is Clueless. It's a very classic movie. It's from, oh my god, 1995. It's about shallow, rich, and socially successful Cher is at the top of her Beverly Hills High School's packing scale, seeing herself as a matchmaker. Cher first coaxes two teachers into dating each other. So what I love about this movie is this girl, this Cher, just has a very high standards for herself, which is not something we all see in movies. So when a popular guy just wants to, you know, ask her out on a date and all that stuff, she just, nope, I'm too good for you, you know, that kind of stuff. There's just something about Cher that I love. This whole movie just takes a teenager to another level. It's very nice. I don't know how to describe it more than it's nice, it's warm, it's playful, you know. The next movie is Book of Life. It's an animation movie. It is about Manolo, a young man who is torn between fulfilling the expectation of his family and following his heart, embarks on an adventure that spans 3 fantastic worlds where he must face his greatest fear. So when you die in this movie, so when you die, there are 2 places where you go. It's either the land of the remembered, or I don't know what's the name of the other land. So because there are 2 realms, there are 2 rulers. So these 2 rulers bet on each other whether a boy of their champion that's gonna marry a girl. So it's a very funny story, and you can really get something out of this. There's just that life meaning, that life lesson that you can learn from this movie. So the next movie is How to Train Your Dragon. It's also an animation movie. So it has 3 movies. So the first one is How to Train Your Dragon. The second one is How to Train Your Dragon 2, and the third one is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. So these 3 movies are fantastic. This movie is about a hapless young Viking who aspires to hunt dragons, becomes the unlikely friend of a young dragon himself, and learns there may be more to the creature than he assured. It's a story of friendship and, you know, accepting who you are and all that. I know you're going to want to watch the second one and the third one. So this will be a very good marathon movie. The last movie that I'm gonna talk about in this video is one of my favorites. I watched this a million times. This is A Cinderella Story Once Upon a Time. I know it sounds kind of cliche and stuff, but I assure you this movie is so good. It's a musical. The synopsis is a modern musical spin on the tale of Cinderella that follows a high school girl who falls for a boy at her performing arts school. So I mean, it's a very typical Cinderella boy meets girl movie, but what I love about this movie is their songs and how she, the main character, which is played by Lucy Hale, is really going for her dreams, her music, her talent, and it's just very light, very funny. There's just something different about this movie than the other Cinderella stories. Okay guys, so that's it. We've been through so many movies together. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that my recommendations can help you to, you know, fill your time with binge watching 24/7. Oh, and by the way, if you happen to watch one of these videos and you seem to love it, please comment or tag me on Instagram, or I don't know, I just want to know if my favorite movies are also your favorite movies. And by the way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!